Welcome to the video session on overview of QC story problem solving methodology. Before attending the PGDQM program, it is highly recommended that a participant should have undergone this video session thoroughly. This session talks about the basic understanding of how problems are solved using QC story problem solving methodology. It is very important for us to answer the questions given on the slide before we start learning QC story. So let us answer them one by one. Question number one is, what is the problem? Problem is the difference between current level and expected level not meeting the requirements. If all of us start defining the problems like this, we will have a single method for defining the problem and all problems will be then quantified. Question number two, how do I know that there is a problem? Usually, a problem starts with a complaint either from an external customer or internal customer. The complaint can be in form of comments, data, returns, etc. Question number three, why problem need to be solved? Now you have two choices when you get a problem. A, you have decided to do nothing or minimal activity to solve the problem, or B, you have decided to kill it. Choice A makes any problem chronic. So it is always better to decide to kill the problem as soon as you get it. Question number four, when to go for structured problem solving tools? Now, structured problem solving is applicable when the root cause of the problem is not known and also how to solve is not clear. If you know the root cause of any problem, then directly take actions for them. If you know what has to be done, then just do it. Don't attempt to do a QC story for these problems. Question number five, when can we say that the problem is solved? A problem is solved when it is not repeating. That means the results are sustainable. And also it is not creating other problems. That means no adverse side effects. Question number six, what are the steps involved before applying structured problem solving? Well, when you get a problem, ask a simple question that is there a standard? If the answer is no, then by creating standards, which are the current best way to do things, the problem will get solved. If the answer is yes, then ask another question that is it followed? If answer is no, either people have to be sensitized about following standards through training and motivation, or at times you may need to revise standards itself. If the answer to the second question is also yes, then you need systematic problem solving methodologies to solve the problem. With correct standards and discipline to follow them, many problems can be solved. So what is a QC story? A QC story is a procedure for problem solving. This procedure is documented in story form, explaining steps taken during an improvement or problem solving effort. The resultant story, which is called as QC story, is intended to be written during a project to help the effort remain on track, making regular progress. It is not a history capturing exercise, which means that the story has to be written as and when things are practically done. Now, how to select problems and what do we do for these problems? In this slide, you are seeing a matrix. On the x-axis, you have two situations, cause known, unknown. On the y-axis, you have two situations, solution known, unknown. Now for quadrant number one, the cause of the problem is known and also the solution is known. These are just do it type of problems and are usually not considered for systematic problem solving methods. In quadrant number two, causes are known and solutions are unknown. These problems are usually handled through benchmarking, brainstorming, and innovative solutions. In quadrant number three, the causes of the problem are unknown, but the solution is known. These problems also require a structured approach to identify the root cause and take systemic actions so that the problem does not repeat in future. And in fourth quadrant, These are those problems where the causes are unknown and solutions are also unknown. These are most appropriate problems for applying problem-solving tools and techniques. Now we come to the 7 steps of QC story. These steps follow the Deming cycle of plan, do, check and act. In step number 1, a problem is selected and defined. After this, it is justified by data, trends, voice of customer, etc. to make sure that the problem is of strategic importance to the organization. The scope of the project is defined and problem is explained clearly with the help of data, photographs, etc. In step number 2, a process map is created and the process is studied by Gemba observations. Man, machine, material, method, measurement, all these conditions are checked. A lot of Gemba observations are collected which serve as a clue for identifying all possible causes in analysis step. In addition to the above, past data for the output and process parameters are stratified and studied. This also generates clues for what could be a possible cause for the problem. A lot of necessary information which cannot be put in form of data is also collected through Gemba observations. This is most important step of problem solving. In step number 3, which is analysis step, a structured methodology of arriving to all possible causes using brainstorming, followed by prioritizing causes using past data, experience from observation step, and process knowledge, and validating the causes using basic QC tools, statistical tools, good-bad comparison, and Gemba is done. This is followed by YY analysis to reach to the root causes of the problem. A demonstration of how it is done will be shown in the classroom. In step number 4, which is action step, solutions to the root causes are identified. Here also one can use brainstorming, process knowledge, benchmarking, etc. A detailed action plan is made and followed. In step number 5, which is check step, the results are checked after implementation of all actions. Before versus after comparisons are done for the output. This can be done by showing trends of output, basic QC tools, statistical tools like hypothesis tests, graphs, and control charts. The benefits from the projects are quantified. Both tangible and intangible benefits are shown. In step number 6, which is standardization, all documents like standard operating procedures, FMEAs, process maps, designs which have undergone changes are updated. A training plan for operators or users of the process, a communication plan to all stakeholders are made and implemented. It is advisable to do audits and check for some time till the team gains confidence that the new way of working has become the way of working. In the last step, which is conclusion, the team consolidates the lesson learned from this problem solving experience. These are usually technical process related lessons learned which are assets to the team's knowledge now. A horizontal deployment plan is made and implemented. Way forward as per the horizontal deployment plan is communicated to all stakeholders. Then balance problems are summarized and a plan for next QC story is made. The above systematic steps ensure that the problems are reduced or eliminated on a sustainable basis. Samples of QC story projects will be shown and discussed in the classroom session of your PGDQM. We will also be having a doubt clarification session on the same. Thank you.